Back again. So, last time we left off at going to the Great Ravine. The handler wanted us to travel out here so we can see what's going on.
Great! We made it!
And as we can see, it is a clear trail.
Let's start by finding a way
where
forward.
Zhorah Magdoras was. A clear trail. He carves a hole through the Great Ravine. So, we're just going to
I think we can get through if we head this way.
Some of these people have to say. Now, granted, one thing that one of the researchers say, the one that actually gives you where you get your monster field research and whatnot, they tell you that it appears that the guild was wildly wrong on how big Zhorah Magdoras.
Zhorah Magdoras went straight through.
And
we didn't even slow it down.
The question is
I'm
like,
guessing
how long
there's
does it
something
take him to
pretty
get
important
this
on the
size?
other
How
side.
much bigger will he grow? Maybe we can find the answers to this a little bit later on.
Look at this massive fissure it made. This is the power of an elder dragon.
No
I
way!
agree, but not all elder dragons are that powerful. Alright, so everybody seems to be happy at the failure that we've just had. Enjoy this. This is the only
We gotta be
time that
careful
you
not
get
to fall
come
here.
This, Great Ravine. We'll see it from this angle.
Think we're getting close?
Now this part looks relatively unscathed, but, you know, apparently they said that, you know, as he passed through, fissures open up and it revealed this, which is beyond the Great Ravine. This is currently unaccessible by any fleet besides one, which we will see very shortly. But this is the Zhorah Highlands. Now, when I first played this game, I thought this was
Race you down
my
there.
favorite place. You know, I love the Zhorah Highlands, and then the short amount of time that we're actually here, you begin to look at other places more, and
Come on,
it quickly
way.
lost favor. I mean, it's still really cool, but it's not my favorite place to hunt. So, our handler goes out there, gets caught out. Won't be, if it's not the first time, won't be the last time. So we have this person, luckily finds us, possibly saves our lives, because who knows if we would have recovered without any medical attention. And now, we find the research base, which is the fabled Third Fleet, which honestly, after being gone for, who knows, somewhere, probably along 20 years, we've found this base, and it appears that they are okay.
I don't know where we are.
So, a little backstory on this. At the very beginning, we talked to a guy who was right next to the smithy, who said he's got like his little desk out there, and you see like a little hot air balloon and whatnot. He's always been trying to find them. The reason that he's trying to find them is that he was the one who constructed the air balloons that originally brought the Third Fleet to the other side of the Great Ravine, in which the Third Fleet crashed. So they've been out here for 20-something years, and apparently everyone has been totally optimistic about it, just saying that, you know, the only thing we have to do is go on the other side of the ravine and they'll be totally fine. But after being gone for that long a time, no one should even have expected to see these people. It's one of those things that when you come up and you talk about actually exploring the other parts of the island, it should almost be taboo. Like, oh, it's unaccessible.
Doing a
and the
careful
last time we
expedition
tried
into
it,
the
it
Coral
was a huge
Highlands sounds like a
failure,
good
and we
idea to
lost
me.
the entire fleet. But no, we're just looking forward. Alright, so you want to come over here after you regain control, because this is going to be where you receive a defense charm. After you receive the defense charm, you can actually go back to Astera and then talk to the smithy, and he is able to forge charms. And yeah, so that's going to be great. Charms, they give you all kinds of skills, some of the best skills in the game, and you can power them up as well. So, you know, critical boost, weakness exploit, whatever you may fancy. Alright, so first off, we're going to do an expedition out here in the Coral Highlands.
Oh yeah.
So right now we have to
Nothing
cite
can
a
stop us.
Setsu Yaku, which is most of the time they're close enough to where you can grab them, but apparently when you first come out here for the first time, you can't. But there are other places to catch the Mora, I think they're called. But yeah, the Setsu Yaku is the second Yaku in the game. You have, let's see if we catch a wiggler. Alright, usually you really can't without the Gilly Mantle, because they kind of run. Now there's a 20% chance, I believe it's 20% chance that whenever you spawn in here for an expedition, so you can just repeatedly come back over and over and over again in an expedition, that you will encounter a red wiggler. They give you 180 research points, and it's called the Queen Wiggler. Alright, so things that you want here, you can get new bone here and a new ore here. The ore is probably going to be the thing that you need the most of, is coral crystal. Alright, and here we have the Setsu Yaku. I think it's really cool. His armor is really cool too. So yeah, he has a built-in flash, and he uses it fairly often. It can be annoying. Melee, to me, melee doesn't have as much trouble as range, because range you're going to want to try to stay ranged, but really what you need to do is pop the close range coating and just stay right on top of them. And treat it, the bow's really just a glorified melee weapon anyway. But really treat it like a melee weapon and really just stay glued to him. His attacks are fairly easy to dodge. Just don't go all out into a combo and you're good to go. But we're not going to actually hunt him right now, because we're going to save that for another episode that's coming up. I'll do that once we go to the next map. Once we go to the next map, we'll have access to all the Palico equipment. I'll make an episode there, and for the Palico equipment for this place, the Coral Highlands, we must hunt 2 of them. So I'll do an episode where I do both of them. Alright, so the only thing we're going to do right now is find the second camp. So, yeah. So, looking around right here, this is a really good battlefield that we will actually be able to fight several monsters that actually appear in the Coral Highlands. And all the vigor flies around make it absolutely just easy to go through. Now the camp was actually up, but I go again to find me some mining nodes. I'm looking for that precious coral crystal. It is literally, I think, the only thing that I need to upgrade my Kadachi bow. to the next rank. So just trying to get that so I can have an upgrade going into my next fight.
Hey, partner.
Alright, these question gashes, we will find out who they belong to. Not too far off from now, but it's the big daddy of the land. Much like what seemingly is the big daddy of the land in the Anjanath for the ancient forest. There is a apex predator on every map, and for this map, that's the guy who left those gashes.
I think we could build the camp here. Let's ask the head honchos. Sounds like the research base has a new guest. Want to go back and check in? And maybe grab something to eat?
Alright, so now that we've made it to the research base, it seems that the first fleet captain has made it too. Like I said, and the first fleet captain seems to have an idea on how to get the ship out. Basically, we're going to remake balloons. And I guess he is aware of another monster that is actually in the Zhorah Highlands that we can hunt and have material to make the balloons. Now, from a lore perspective, I assume that they're sending a large amount of hunters to go after the Paolumu, just because I doubt that one monster could, its skin could make the entirety of this research base float. So that's
balloons,
from the lore point.
All
That's
of this
what
is amazing.
If not, then it would probably be like hunt 5 Paolumus. But anyway, before we go further, we're going to actually go back to Stera. Alright, and I go to the trade yard instead of straight to the workhouse. And one thing that I didn't show is after you beat Zhorah Magdoras, you actually get a house upgrade. So the only thing you have to do is come back to the living quarters, and then you get this. Now the coolest thing by far is that huge fish tank. I actually like that better than the final upgrade to the house. I actually like this room better than the final upgrade to the house. There's pros and cons, but I really like the design of this room. So yeah, you can place pets. Like I said, we're just going to throw some stuff together real quick. We really haven't caught a whole lot, haven't done a whole lot of fishing. But before this is all said and done, you'll have Rarity 4 stuff all throughout this house if you decide to do that. Now, if you just hunt big monsters, then yeah, there's chances are that you won't actually have anything worth value here. But yeah, and as of right now, just not really much that I have, because I haven't really done anything spectacular yet. So we got the Cactar. I chose the big one rather than the little one because the show off that he just stands there, but the little one runs around, and with the final upgrade, you can put him in a garden area, and it's really cool. But yeah, this flash fly cage, this will be in that episode that I was telling you about. But yeah, this is one of the things I want to show you. I'm going to actually craft some stuff and do some other hunts to get some materials that I need, and then when we come back, we will fight a Paolumu in ballooning problems.